Hello, everybody. This is your boy Daryl Triple Officer. Keep it real, coming to you and keeping it real today. Wanted to give you a little bit today about what to do when being pulled over. A lot of my segments are relating to how to get along better uh, as a people in general. But what I want to talk about is what do you do when you get pulled over? Um, in particular, our young youth, and what sort of going through the cop's mind as he's approaching the car. And I've came up with about five different things I want to discuss about being pulled over. It's a serious thing. It's one of the toughest things that we have to do because essentially you're walking up to a car for whatever reason, and sometimes it's late at night, you can barely see. So we're just as nervous as you are. Um, I don't know you. I don't know if I'm pulling over a murderer who just murdered 25 people, or if I'm pulling over an upstanding citizen. So what I want to do is go over some general rules and regulations of uh, how you can, as the person that's being pulled over, um, ease that tension with the cop who's actually pulling you over. So what I want to do was just simply go over that real quick, and like I said, there's five particular points. So number one, pull immediately over. Okay. Um, uh, Most of the time, hopefully it's in a lit place, but pull immediately over. I know there are some times where there was some impersonators out there, and there are some impersonators out there impersonating the police. Um, and you want to get to a safely lit place, but at least acknowledge to the officer that hey, I see you behind me, and you can do that by simply just cutting on your hazard lights. Cutting on your hazard lights, slowly start pulling over. You can slowly roll to a lit area, and that's something that can easily be explained. Number two, which is very, very important, when the officer, when we train, we train that the only thing that kills you are these right here, your hands. All right, I've never seen nobody get shot by a foot or an elbow or a set of breast. All right, so we are trained to keep our eyes on the hands. That's the reason why we say watch the hands. So always keep your hands visible. What I do, I keep my hands. The first thing I do when I'm pulled over, I cut my interior light on so it illuminates the whole inside of the car. The second thing I do, I keep my hands on the steering wheel. I already have my driver's license out. So when I see those lights come on, the first thing I do, I get my driver's license out or my wallet out. I cut the interior light on. I keep my hands on the steering wheel. I have my driver's license right here. So hey, there is no reaching. So it sort of looks like this here. Hey, here's my driver's license and here's my hands right here. That way there can't be no sudden movements or all that other good stuff or reaching for stuff. Number two, like I said, keep your hands visible and avoid sudden movements. That's very, very important. Because at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, or at night, you don't know, and we want to avoid the accidents of, oh, I thought he was going for a gun. Okay, number three, um, tell the officers if you have any weapons. What we figured out is bad guys don't really tell you, hey, officer, I got a gun here and I'm going to shoot you with it in about 2.2 seconds. All right. So if you are able to carry a firearm, if you have a firearm on you, especially here in the state of Georgia, there's nothing illegal with that, because your home is considered an extension, or your car is considered an extension of your home. Perfectly legal. Tell the officer, do not reach for your weapon. Keep your hands on that steering wheel. Ask the officer, what would you like me to do? And let them sort of tell you what to do. All right. And number four, let the officer talk. It could be a situation of where he's just going to give you a warning. It may be a situation where you might get a ticket. Who knows? But either way it goes, it doesn't do no good to sit up and argue, because the only thing that arguing does, it brings up emotions and tension, and before you know it, you're out there on the ground rolling around um, like idiots. So let the officer talk. If he's got an attitude problem, you know what? Who cares? Let him talk. If he's going to give you a ticket, get your ticket and go on about your way. All right. And you can fight it in court. This is what we got the justice system for. Number 5, real simple rule. You can catch more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. Be nice. You know, I mean, 25 years of doing this stuff, I give a lot of attitude tickets, and I'm not a real big ticket writer, never have been a big ticket writer. But again, unfortunately, you do have some people that are just plain old pricks when they walk up to your vehicle, and sometimes, that just, it just doesn't work, very good like that. So those are my 5 tips for today. So I would suggest you follow 1 through 5 and be safe out there on the road. Be kind to one another. This is your boy Daryl Triplett, Officer Keep It Real, coming at you live. And if you need me, hit me up on my comment section here with my Twitter feed. I have my Instagram feed here. I'm going to be live on Fox Trap Radio every Saturday from 12 to 1, where you can call in and actually ask questions. We encourage you to call in and ask questions, and I'll give you the best response that I know. And if I don't know, I can find out for you. But I encourage you all to call in, ask the questions. Don't be bashful. Don't be shy. This ain't the time to do that. All right, you're talking the other time. So again, like I said, I'm your boy Daryl Triplett, Officer Keep It Real. We'll see you around. Be safe driving.